also found the same thing behind my classroom. It's really dirty, and of course, it is not good place for study. So, what should I do for my school? Then, in the next day, I went out into Pembinaan village. Again and again, I found the same problem. There are so many ways of drying leaves, but the society has a local wisdom that the burning of these leaves can repel mosquitoes. So, I'm questioning, is that true? The burning of drying leaves can use as a mosquito repellent. Therefore, in this research, I would like to utilize drying leaves to make a mosquito repellent in the form of incense. And in this presentation, I would like to present my scientific paper entitled Clean the Environment, Clean the Mosquitoes, the use of neem as a directa indica incense as a mosquito repellent. I'm Putu Lilis, the representative of Indonesia. Bali is a beautiful island, but still there are big problems about rabies. One kind of rabies that should be utilized is drying leaves that usually litters the environment. The people in Pembinaan village have a local wisdom that the burning of these leaves can repel mosquitoes, but there is no scientific evidence of this event. Therefore, in this research, I would like to utilize it to make mosquito repellent in the form of incense. But why does the incense form is chosen? It is because the high demand of incense in Bali that reach about 10 ton incense per day. So it's really high demand. Therefore, the production of incense should be kept sustainable and easily obtained. Moreover, the production of incense also help to relieve environmental problems, which usually the incense made by teak trees powder, which we have to cut down the teak trees before producing the incense, but by using drying leaves as the raw material to make incense, we can stop the lodging of teak trees. Okay, so in this research, I have some problem statement. First, I want to prove the Pembinaan people's local wisdom that the burning of drying leaves can repel mosquitoes, and I want to establish the scientific evidence why mosquitoes are repelled by the burning of drying leaves, and identify the potential risks of the effectiveness of neem incense as a mosquito repellent. But before that, we have to know what neem tree is. Neem tree is a native of Indonesia, India, and many other countries in the world. It has been used for pesticide, fungicide, and many other important roles. The leaves of this tree contain some active compounds, such as azadirachtin, salanin, melintriol, nimbin, and nimbidin, that has their own role. After we know about the neem tree, let's go to the mosquito. And the main question is, do mosquitoes like CO2? Yes, they do. CO2 is the first sign of the presence of warm-blooded animals. Therefore, the mosquito will detect the human because human breath that produce CO2 to find human blood. And it detected by the mosquito antenna. And in this research, the CO2 source is the burning incense and dry ice. And what is mosquito repellent actually? It is a thing that able to repel the mosquitoes, and it usually made in applied on the skin. But I made different form of the repellent now, which is incense. And human need to use the same mosquito repellent, which it does not contain any toxic chemicals such as DIT, and usually made by natural ingredients. After we know about that all, let us go further to the experimental design. I use an olfactometer which has dimension 100 by 40 and 40 centimeters, and that it complete by two fans, charger, the neem incense, dry ice, net, and a mosquito. And this is the experimental procedure. First, I prepare 10 mosquitoes inside the olfactometers, and then the dry ice that will produce CO2 gas, and the neem incense that already burned will produce the smoke that contains CO2 some active compounds, and then I turn on the fans. After that, I will take the data by calculating how many mosquitoes that attracts to the neem incense, and I take the data in each minute for 10 minutes observation. So, let's see the animation to make us more understand. From that animation, there are 3 mosquitoes that attract to the incense. So I noted, and I also did the experiment by using synthetic mosquito repellent as the comparison data. And this is the result. From the graph, we can show that it produced decreasing average number of mosquitoes that come to the incense. And it produced 0 frequency after 9 minutes treatment. And if this graph compare with this graph, which is the synthetic repellent, it also produced decreasing average number of mosquitoes that attracts to the synthetic repellent, and also produced 0 frequency or 0 number of mosquitoes attracts to the synthetic repellent after 9 minutes treatment. Therefore, from those 2 graphs, I can conclude that neem incense can use as a mosquito repellent. But the question is, why does it can use as a mosquito repellent? Okay, let's discuss it now. Geranium leaves contain some active compounds such as azadirachtin, malontriol, and salanin. The azadirachtin effect both on feeding and physiology of the mosquito. The effect on feeding shows like stimulate the specific datron in chemoreceptor and also inhibit the peristalsis and the sugar cell in stimulating feeding. The effect on physiology is on cells, tissues, and the endocrine. On cells is the blockage of enzyme production and the blockage of cell diffusion. On tissues, inhibit the protein synthesis, and endocrine is inhibit the production of juvenile hormone and adolescent hormone, which also can disturb the molting pace in the pupal stage of the mosquitoes. Moreover, malontriol and salanin also act as an antiferin, and malontriol also produce the odors that mosquitoes avoid, so the mosquito will be fly away if we burn the incense. The salanin will decrease the damaging effect of the mosquito. And these 3 active compounds only work in the insect body because of their similar structure, so it is not harmful for human. And moreover, it also may not contain toxic substance suggested that can kill the mosquito directly, and it made by natural ingredients, which is geranium leaves. So in conclusion, it is really safe for human, and it can use by everybody in the world because it not only can use as a means of worshipping but also can use as a mosquito repellent. So all in all, the conclusion of my research: first, geranium leaves contain active compounds such as azadirachtin, salanin, and malontriol that together can repel the mosquitoes, and the experiment scientifically proves the Kubu Tambahan people local wisdom that the burning of geranium leaves repelling mosquitoes, as the active compound within the leaves give effect to the mosquito body. And third, the incense is not harmful to human beings as it does not contain toxic substance that can kill the mosquito and human directly. And to be continuing this research, I have some future works. First, I would like to make the neem incense as aromatherapy and also produce the natural aroma for the incense so it can compete in the market, and also the production of it can provide jobs for many people. And the last thing I would like to do is to reaffirm that no doubt anymore about the local wisdom in Kubu Tambahan village that the burning of geranium leaves can use as a mosquito repellent. And in this research, there is a improvement from a local wisdom to a real science. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, this is very interesting for me because this as a director is my first project when I took master degree. So we collected 2 new compounds named neem fruits because we extract from neem fruits of azadirachta. And this is very related because even the fruit of the azadirachta have activity for antiplasmodial. I mean, this is inhibit the malaria of guinea pepper. So what she doing now, she is very, very useful for us because in thinking of the pharmacologist, I think of the chemist, they just find the bioactive molecules. But our student, I don't know what's his name, Nilu,
Lilis.
make the simple project with the order of the Azadirachta. This is very useful for my thing. So it can be the pharmacologist and chemist will be lost with what she idea. So we never thinking about the bioactive compounds or pharmacology or make the new drugs for the Azadirachta, because this maybe got the budget of the research more than 3,000 euro. For thinking about that. This is very, very interesting for us, for me.
Yeah, this is the product. I mean,
Ah.
it's better. I will bring it there.
But I just one question: is this a flactometer you built yourself, or
I need help from the building facilities maintenance, but the
Okay.
design is from me and the discussion with Pak Hasnul and Kak Hoka.
okay?
Yeah.
Yes, good. Then you make then she make the equipment by herself. So it is very interesting and cheap of the budget of the research. That's very important.
I think your last future work already done, right?
Yeah. Maybe you can think to make the fruits from the Azadirachta, how to order for the fruits from the Azadirachta. Just for the next future, I think. We can collaborate.
Great. Next question.
I don't understand what the question, because that is really only maybe for me is the application is maybe interesting. So that what do you think about the easy product to make your research real and the real application? What do you think about it?
The real product, you mean? This one is the real product. So I make incense form. Why does I choose incense? Because my purpose is to prove the Kebutamhan people local wisdom, which they burn the neem leaves, so it produces smoke. So I have to make the same form of it. So I choose incense. And moreover, in Bali, the incense is really highly needed by the people in Bali for the ceremony. So I think this is the perfect form that I have to choose.
How do you make it?
I only take the dry neem leaves and then I blend it because it is a small scale, so I just use the blender and I blend it to become a powder. And then I need the stick. The stick is dipped into the caustic soda solution. Sorry, I can. Yeah. And then into the adhesive powder, which useful as the glue, and then again into the caustic soda solution, and then into the neem powder, and the last is to drying the incense. So it's finished and really simple. Everybody can do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How effective again was it compared to the normal
Sorry.
Langsung klik di gambar.
So from this graph, we can show that it produced decreasing average number and reach zero number after 9 minutes treatment. And if it compare with this one, which is synthetic mosquito repellent, it also produced decreasing frequency and zero number after 9 minutes treatment. So it is safe. Yeah. So human, rather than we use the synthetic repellent that contain DEET, it's really harmful for humans. So better to use the neem incense.
I like your presentation. The whole you have so many pictures and it's easily understood.
Thank you.
So what happened to the mosquitoes?
The
They
mosquitoes.
died or they run away?
Yeah, the mosquitoes. It is because I use the olfactometer, so they cannot run away, right? They just stay.
Fly away.
Fly away.
Fly away or fly?
They go fly.
So they only, for example, first there are 3 mosquitoes that attracts to the incense, and from the observation, I saw that after they come here, and then they know that they don't like the odors of the incense, so they will back again into here, or perhaps here into the CO2 gas. That's from the observation. But in the real life, I think they will fly away from the incense because it can be applied in indoors or outdoor, perhaps, if it used for the means of worshipping.
So when you burn the incense, does it smell good? Because you plan to make it as an aromatherapy? So
That's my future works that I will make the natural aroma for the incense. So it's better to use in
Fruits from the reactor.
Does it smell good?
it smell like neem incense. Neem, I don't know how can I explain the smell. I like the smell.
start to burn it among them. So
Okay.
then you know.
The sprinkler doesn't turn on. Abang the sprinkler doesn't turn on. Then you'll get wet.
Nanti deh kalau udah selesai
Oh.
ya. Kalau nanti kalau nanti nyala gitu.
If you want to try, you can contact me after the session.
Boleh satu pertanyaan?
Ya, silakan Mbak.
Yeah, for the counter, you use the synthetic repellents, right? What type of the synthetic repellent you use?
I
Or you
use
just buy from like the autan or lavender like that?
yeah, I use the real one. May I say the mark of
No problem. For me, no problem.
Apa Mbak?
the bygone
Oh,
that
bygone.
we burn? We also burn the
Okay.
bygone, right?
Synthetic.
So it's the same form.
I think if don't mention the mark, but in the bacon they have the table of what
Yeah.
compounds in the bacon. You just said like the compounds in the bacon, the synthetic for the synthetic. This is more scientist.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Next question from the audience. Gak ada yang punya masalah sama mau bro. Oke, kalau nggak ada, saya ada pertanyaan satu. Did you use your blender back to the kitchen to blend?
No, because it's blend from the laboratory, so we can use for
Oke.
research.
Tadi saya mau bilang jadi Lilis nggak yakin itu aman gitu. Okay, very good presentations.